Welcome, everyone, to the Wednesday Night Warriors episode number 19. 30 years! 30 years! Of Chris Jericho. What is that Stone Cold shirt you're wearing? What? Oh.
This is the man he beat for his world championship. His first world championship. I don't have Jericho. I have the next best thing.
Where the fuck is my list? You just made the list!
Well, you're on my lexicon.
We are the Wednesday Night Warriors. I am Romeo Anthony Colon. I am joined by my co-host Chris G.
With Mary Jane.
How are you doing, my friend?
I am not that bad. How are you doing?
I am fucked up because the Yankees have been eliminated by the Tampa Bay Rays. Congratulations to the Tampa Bay Rays. Go beat Houston. Nobody likes Houston. And I will just drown in my sorrow.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Hopefully the Yankees can do better in 2021, if there is a 2021. We are going to go over AEW and NXT from this past week, the October 7th, 2020 editions of both shows. But before we do that, friendly reminder, please like this video, share this video with your friends, comment, subscribe if you're new here, and you can enjoy all the content that True Heel Heat provides right here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. Before we get into this week, a recap of last week where the Wednesday Night Warriors were split. I chose NXT. No, wait, we weren't split. What the hell am I talking about? We both chose AEW as the better show last week, and I forgot to do the poll, the group poll in True Heels. Well, you know what? Whenever I do forget, it's usually during a week where the vote wouldn't have decided anyway. So thankfully, we lose nothing there. AEW is up 12-5 to 1 on the Wednesday Night Warriors scoreboard. All right, this is gonna be an abbreviated version where we're just gonna cover the heavy parts of both shows. So don't mind us. AEW JR starts botching Ricky Starks' name. Oh, here we go. And then it's Will Hobbs versus Brian Cage for the meaningless FTW Championship. They explained Will Hobbs' backstory, shielding his brother who got killed by gunfire. Wow, that was heavy, deep stuff. Man, what a story. And then they have to transition back into the match after telling us that. I think even Taz said, Taz made a terrible transition. I think it was like, here's Cage shooting into a suplex. What are you doing, Taz? You can't fucking do that.
Oh, I thought I was the only one that caught that.
Okay.
That's how you know the Warriors are in sync.
Anyways, Brian Cage wins this clean in 9:03. I thought they were both very good in this match, both athletic. After the match, Taz offers Hobbs a chance to join Team Taz or get beat up by Cage and Starks, but Darby Allin interrupts and runs them both off. I like the storyline here. I like the tease at the end there, and I like the match. What'd you think, Chris?
At first, when the match was announced, I wasn't really into it, or just I wasn't really expecting nothing much. But this fucking Will Hobbs guy can go. He is a beast of a man. Brian Cage, everybody knows how I feel about him already. So just two behemoths who can move going at each other. It was a physical fucking just something different that had me glued to the fucking TV screen. So I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this match.
On NXT, they start with Ciampa and Kushida out of nowhere. Apparently, they had a random scuffle backstage before the show. This is just thrown at the viewer. It gave me no time to anticipate what should be a good matchup on paper. Two very aggressive styles lately between these two. But the match was okay. I mean, I thought it was a good tease of what they can do in a full balls-to-the-wall takeover match. Dream interferes, hitting Ciampa by mistake. Dirty finish. I wanted Dream to go away for a bit. It looks like they're going to continue Dream and Kushida. I don't know if Ciampa's going to get involved. What do you think?
I mean, I thought the same shit. No actual build to these two guys. I mean, this has a nice takeover match written all over it with a proper build. But they just give it to us like, hey, here you go. These guys were talking shit to each other backstage. Kushida's spitting his coffee. So they're going to fight. It's like, what the fuck is that about? But the match itself, I mean, it wasn't too bad. I wish I would have seen more. The dirty finish is like, whatever. I mean, I guess they're going to continue to feud. This guy got a fucking purple cast on. I mean, he can't even fight. I don't know what's going on. It's just not the way I would start off basically a new chapter after TakeOver 31.
AEW had the Tag Team Championships, the Hybrid 2, and Jericho and Jack Evans. The Young Bucks were watching backstage very awkwardly. You know how they do that side view, looking at the TV. They're making fun of WWE. I thought it was hilarious. I thought the Hybrid 2 was a bit sloppy here, but it was still a passable match, still a good match. What you think?
Well, I mean, their style is never the cleanest. Jack Evans is the high spot guy, and Angelico is the poor man's Zack Sabre Jr. with his new Navarro style that I actually like. He looks like Paul Rudd if Paul Rudd was a Molly head.
We are off and running.
He looks like Ant-Man off the Krills. But I thought it was a great tag team match. It was a great mix of the high spots and the high, fast-paced energy that Hybrid 2 brings, mixed with the in-ring psychology and like old school tag team techniques of FTR. Then, of course, you got all the classic heel shit with Tully distracting and, fucking pulling people's legs under the ropes and shit like that. So I thought it was a great showing by TH2, just further cementing the fact that AEW has the best tag team division in wrestling.
Speaking of tag teams, let's go over to the NXT tag team division. Yeah, a step below, but let's go over there. Ever Rise versus Drake Maverick and Killian Dane. Drake has this elaborate entrance music for their new tag team. I thought it was so bad that it was funny. And then Drake starts doing his own version of the Carlton dance. And Killian Dane makes the NXT production team turn the fucking music off. Apparently, the theme was not a bop key to Killian. During this match, I busted out laughing when Dane went to powerbomb Drake, and Drake screams, "What are you doing?" Dane powerbombs Drake onto one of the Everrise guys, and Drake gets the pin. The goofy music plays once again. And Drake does a stupid dance once again, and then he gets knocked out by Killian. That looks like it's going to be a common theme for this tag team. I think this music and dance is funny, and it would catch on if it were in front of a real crowd that can react to it. After the match, Dane carries Drake out, and Drake celebrates on Dane's shoulder. Do you agree with me that this is kind of funny, or is this lame to you?
Well, fuck Everrise. I don't know why they were out there. But I actually liked the angle. I wouldn't say funny. I thought the music and the dance was a little cheesy for my taste. Not cheesy enough.
I think you need to hear the theme again. It's kind of catchy.
I mean, no, it fucking sucks. I feel like I'm 7 years old.
I think it's catchy and fucking hilarious. I forgot how it goes. If I remember how it went, I'd reenact it. But
it sounds like you're on a fucking merry-go-round at Oklahoma County State Fair or some shit like that. But the dance was funny. I like the dynamic though. I'm interested because I would like to see more character being brought out of Killian Dane. So I'm interested at least. And I like the KO, the knockout at the end, and then he went back and put him over his shoulders and brought him to the back. It was something different.
I think it would be more over in front of a live crowd instead of the video board they have.
Yeah, I mean, we could say that for a lot of things. So it's like 2020 pandemic era.
AEW has the dog collar match for the TNT Championship between Cody and Brody Lee. Big fight feel as they start this match. Alex Silver is on the apron. He immediately gets hit with a chain. Immediate blood and guts. Cody blades too, blood and guts. During the commercial picture-in-picture, Cody does a package pile driver through a table on Brody Lee. You gotta do better producing and not have this done during the picture-in-picture. Brody then gets blood and guts, of course. Arn Anderson gets involved when Brody throws a chair at him, Sammy Guevara style. Brody kicks out of a crossroads at 1. And I want to say, besides the Brody Lee slip on the chain while he's doing a super kick, I thought this was really good working with the chain, which could be uncooperative at times, as you saw with the slip. I like the pull of the chain by Cody into a cutter on the outside. I give both these men huge credit for this match, doing it live with the chain. Cody wraps the chain around Brody's mouth, and then the crossroads for the win in 20 minutes, 45 seconds. New champ once again for the second time, Cody.
Well, I said these guys were going to beat the actual dog shit out of each other, and I was right. They beat the dog shit out of each other. It was fucking physical, blood and guts. As soon as poor John Silver, they got him bleeding. There's just fucking blood everywhere.
I thought that was a little bit much.
Yeah. I mean, nah, man, it's a dog collar match. They had Greg Valentine there. They wanted it to be like a very old school feel. There was, besides the super kick that he slipped on, I think he also got caught up in the turnbuckle, and the chain was like legit choking him for a second. And so Cody had to like wrap the chain back around so it wouldn't kill him. But I mean, the use of the chain was, I mean, I've never seen a chain or strap match or anything of that nature, that physical, that violence. The pile driver should not have been in PNP, but I mean,
you got to hear the announcers react to that. Come on.
Yeah, but
it's not the performer's fault. It's the production.
I also get the feel that they want to be different from WWE, and the fact that WWE does picture in picture, but it's all fucking rest holds and just nothing on the picture in picture during the commercials. So I get where they were going. I want to give a shout out to Arn Anderson for that spine buster, and looking like he almost broke his fucking kneecap. He struggled to get back up.
Yeah. You kind of just like get a little sad when you see that.
I mean, yeah, I think that's it. His spine buster days are over, because he could break them out every once in a while, but that one looked like it hurt and like he couldn't get up. So just fucking gruesome match. It was great. I loved it.
Afterwards, Cody cuts a promo or interview. He basically, what does he say? He says, people want him to turn dark or whatever, but he's Cody. He's not turning dark. He's very babyface-like promo. He wants to defend the TNT Championship next week on the anniversary show. And Orange Cassidy calmly walks out with a thumbs up, as if he knew what Cody was about to say. And then Cody just gives him the thumbs up back, and we've got a championship match for next week.
Does OC take the belt for him?
You want to get into it now? You want to do the prediction now? I will say Cody wins. Are you feeling different?
Yeah, I think OC wins. I think OC wins the TV championship.
Okay, here we go. As far as picks go on the Wednesday Night Warriors, you're 1 up, so you could be 2 up or we could be tied. Here we go. Austin Theory on NXT is on a major losing streak, so he gets a absolute gimme win versus the newly signed Leon Ruff. Ruff slips, jumping all over the ropes, and Theory finishes him. Hilariously, Theory says, "This is why you always lose." The audacity! Austin Theory's on a fucking losing streak too. The audacity to say that. Afterwards, he gets on the mic and says this is what happens when he's given time to warm up. He talks shit to Adam Cole. Dexter Lumis interrupts. They have a match. Shocking. To me, this match was, this whole segment was just too long, going from the squash into that. I think it should have been a little shorter. Dexter wins with a silent submission. Theory passes out. Cameron Grimes immediately with the cave-in on Dexter and says it to Dexter's face. He says, "When I ask you a question, you answer me, freak." This is going back to last week when Cameron Grimes was walking backstage and ran into Dexter Lumis. I am liking that these 3 talents are getting time. These are the 3 talents that should be elevated, and NXT should focus on building all 3 of these guys up, especially my man, Cameron Grimes. To the moon.
I will say that Leon Ruff's style is very unique, as I haven't seen much. I've heard of him, but I have not seen much of him. But damn,
well, we've seen him as a jabroni several times on NXT, doing enhancement jobs.
I just usually just
he's been jabroni of the week a couple of times.
Oh shit! Well, here he actually looked good. He just looks
because he signed a contract.
You put
we'll give you some offense, kid.
He's a performance center guy. Yeah. Come on, all right, do your flippy shit. Show people. Looks like you could tie a fucking string to him and throw him up in 40-mile-per-hour winds, though. Poor guy. But
you haven't had this guy on Joints and Jabronis?
Maybe. I don't think so. The match, I think, between him and Lumis, Theory and Lumis, was a little too long. But I like the return, and I like the fact that I remembered Cameron Grimes. Like as soon as I seen Loomis come out, I was like, didn't he see Cameron Grimes last week? Okay, whatever. And then they went back to that, so that was good. That was a nice little thread, you know. I'm excited to see where it goes. Three competitors, three young guys in the terms of WWE viewing that everybody wants to see, or I want to see.
Ridge Holland is fighting Danny Burch. Easy win. After the match, he snuffs Danny. Danny with a big slap, and Ridge beats his ass. Only Lorcan with the save, but then the injury. Only Lorcan with a crossbody over the top rope to the outside. Ridge catches him, but the impact twists his knee, his leg bends, the foot twists. He screams in pain, hollering, very sickening screams. The refs jump on Oney Lorcan to stop him from punching him any further. We don't need no Charlotte versus Kairi Sane, if you remember that. And then they cover Ridge. Ridge is eventually stretchered out, and he gives a thumbs up. We learn eventually that it was a dislocation and fracture of the left ankle, patellar tendon rupture, and patellar dislocation. This just sounds painful. Get well soon, Ridge Holland. Holland was primed for a big angle here with Undisputed Era. It looked like. Wonder if he will get that chance again, or if someone else will take his spot. If someone's going to take his spot, I would suggest Austin Theory, who already has the built-in feud with Adam Cole.
Bro, those fucking screams were like shit you never really want to hear again. Like it's crazy. And I didn't realize it, you know, the first time watching it, and I had to go back. Well, when I seen the replay, and just damn, man. And the crazy part is, you know how Oney Lorcan's so safe is that like it looked like he was beating the shit out of Ridge, but Ridge wasn't selling it. Like he was just yelling in pain. But it looked like he wasn't really getting hit either. He was just like Oney's good, but it's just fucking unfortunate, man. One of the biggest angles of your life. I'm sure he'll get another chance. He's a big dude. Vince likes big dudes. Look at Lars Sullivan. Literally just came out. So, I mean, I'm sure he'll get the spot, but to come back from that injury, he has to put in the rehab, and it's going to be a tough injury to come back from.
Chris Jericho and Jake Hager versus Chaos Project, Luther and Serpentico. Are you okay?
Go ahead.
This was ugly. Jericho is old and slow. You've already heard that from me on the Wednesday Night Warriors. But Luther makes Jericho look like a fucking young buck with how old and slow he is. He has no business wrestling in the ring. No business doing high spots with his wobbly, arthritic legs. All elite wrestling, there was nothing elite about this wrestling. Painful to watch. Oh, thankfully, it ends on a way too long 9 minutes, 6 seconds. Sammy interferes, dirty finish. Jericho with a Judas effect for the win. Let's talk about after the match, after you tell me what you thought about this fucking match.
I mean, it's 30 years of Jericho, bro. That's one of his best friends. He wanted to have the fucking main event with one of his best friends. Let him live. But holy shit, was it sloppy. It's not so much Jericho. That's just Jericho's pace now, man. You got to get used to it. He's not washed up. He can still perform. Just got to get used to it. But fucking Luther caught the jello legs on the top rope a couple times on multiple occasions. He looked gassed after the fucking first tag. Like gassed. Like fucking 14 rounds of sex gassed.
Why am I picturing Luther having sex now? Like nobody wanted that image, Chris.
Well, that's how fucking sloppy this match was. I would rather see Luther have sex than watch this fucking match. Dude, man, this shit was it was rough. It was rough. And I love Jericho, but this is rough. And shout out to Serpentico, man. At least we got the Puerto Ricans in the main event by default.
Obviously, we're celebrating 30 years of Jericho. We had video messages all night long from wrestlers, celebrities, musicians. The best one was Tanahashi from New Japan Pro Wrestling. That was cool to see him. Every one of these video messages to me was the same crap. Like, wow, 30 years. Wow, that's amazing. Some guy said, wow, I didn't even know you were still wrestling. I think it was Shaq. So that's crazy. Jericho and Inner Circle, they celebrate the win. MJF and Wardlow come out with a gift. They unveil Clownico, the clown. Also, MJF has a portrait that he presents to Jericho. It's a picture of him. Jericho slams the picture over the clown's head. He then gives the clown a Judas effect that was pretty stiff. Very nice. And MJF teases having a big announcement for next week. That's pretty much it. The heels come out. The heel roster comes out to celebrate. The credits roll. They're crediting Chris Jericho for every single thing on their show.
I mean, I like the segment. It teases the MJF involvement in the Inner Circle, which I'm all for. Even if he's not really going to be in the Inner Circle, fuck it. I just want to see where it goes. I see where they were going with the whole Clonico shit. Just poking fun at prior history. It was cool. I mean, Jericho got his night. He got his celebration. I like the little cameos. I think they were cameos. Most likely they were cameos. You had the celebrities. Oh, hey, yeah, wow, congratulations. But the guys who really knew Jericho said shit that was really deep. Guys like Chavo and Lance Storm, fucking, I think it was Chavo.
Chavo, by the way, in quarantine, I guess.
In Australia, yeah, because Australia they have a very strict quarantine rule. Apparently, I don't know if he was traveling in or out of state. I mean, country, or just the way a lot of people film out there. So apparently it's crazy. But yeah, I liked it. I mean, it was a nice way to end the show. It keeps you interested in the 1-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite.
I will give my thoughts on this segment later on in the program. Stay tuned. NXT. Earlier on in the NXT show, Ember Moon had a promo. She looks like an explorer from the Fallout video games or a created character from Elder Scrolls. And she even admits that she's shocked they let her talk. Ember Moon says she's coming for the cold. To me, she didn't seem comfortable on the mic. She seemed a little nervous. Tried too hard. I hated it. Io Shirai interrupts. Before Io can talk, Rhea Ripley interrupts. And before Rhea can talk, Raquel and Dakota Kai jump her. This sets up a tag team match.
Ember looks like a Grand Theft Auto 5 character. Came out with a vest, a vest, a mohawk, a biker fucking pants, and Air Forces or some shit. She started off, right? What'd she say? I'm surprised they actually gave me a mic. Well, I'm glad that I wasn't the only one. What the fuck are they smoking? Send it my way. I obviously smoked mine already, so just send it this way.
You deserve it.
Because, that was rough, man. She's still not comfortable. She's not good on the mic. She fucking doesn't know what to say. Just doesn't know how to keep the conversation going. It's there. She needs work. But at the same time, she's been in the business. She's been doing this for a few years already. Just get her a fucking mouthpiece at this point. It is what it is.
The NXT main event is Rhea and Ember versus Dakota and Raquel. Ember, new music, of course, because you can't have those old theme songs anymore. I didn't think it was that bad, but I thought her old songs a little better. Just first listen. She has awesome, beautiful, lovely new gear. Big fan. I loved it. I thought Ember in this match looked damn good. Holy shit. Her offense was very varied and unique. She was smooth. And Ember finishes Dakota Kai with the Eclipse. I missed that move. This match, I would hardly think this is someone coming off a terrible Achilles injury. Like, Achilles injury, that's a big injury. I don't think, like, Kevin Durant is going to come with this injury and look this good like Ember did.
Well, fuck Kevin Durant. That's one.
We're Knicks fans, folks.
Yes. Ember looked great. Like, she came out with a hot start. The first, 4 or 5 minutes was just Ember fucking going rough shot on both girls. So it was good to see because they need that shot of adrenaline in the women's division, I think. The match itself, it wasn't bad. It was a solid tag team match. You know, they slowed it down towards the commercial break, and then towards the end, picked up a little bit. Ember gets the Eclipse, which is a dope fucking move. I hope she doesn't hurt anybody more with that. I think she hurt a few people with it because I don't want to see it banned. It's a great move. But, you know, I think it's kind of a lackluster way to end the show.
Oh, this is not the stuff on the other channel.
I mean, at least I got to see a fucking guy with contacts to have jello legs on the ropes and slip. This one I seen a solid tag match, but it never really, nothing in NXT ever has me really intrigued for the next week. At least now I'm looking forward to the MJF and Chris Jericho angle next week.
Ember looks so good that I'm actually now looking very forward to Ember versus Io. Should that come up soon, I guess, for a takeover maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Ratings. The ratings are in. NXT loses again. 639,000 viewers. That's down. AEW, 753,000 viewers. That's down. But AEW wins. Of course, they were fucking with the vice presidential debate and MLB playoffs. Let me not think about that again. AEW up 42-10 to 1 in the ratings war. Next week, we got a bunch of matches announced for the Dynamite 1-year anniversary. Mox versus Archer, AEW Championship. Best Friends versus FTR, Tag Team Championship. Orange versus Cody, TNT Championship. And Sheeta versus Big Swole, Women's Championship. All the championships are on the line, except for that fake FTW Championship. And NXT didn't announce shit. What are you looking forward to most next week?
Well, not the shit that NXT didn't fucking promote. I'm looking forward
Mox
to
versus Archer for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Sheeta and Big Swole probably decent too. And FTR and Best Friends should be a good match.
Match of the night. I don't think there's any debate. Cody versus Brody. For sure.
Absolutely. Unanimous.
MVP. This is going to come out of left field. Drake Maverick. Holy shit. He legit made me laugh out loud with his fucking whole tag team shenanigans. Who's your MVP?
Oh, I'm going with Cody. He won that match, cut the ultimate babyface promo at the end with the emotion, the intensity. Loved it.
LVP, Jabroni of the night. Who's your Jabroni?
I didn't even write it down, to be honest, so fuck it. I guess we're going with Leon Ruff again.
Oh. Man, for me, I could give it to Luther for that awful, awful performance.
Oh, you also, know what? It's Luther. I'm sorry.
Okay, Luther.
All
right. We have a change of heart. I could also give it to Clownico because clowns are stupid. But let's give it to the man responsible for all this. And it hurts me. Because this episode is all about him. Chris Jericho is my jabroni of the night. All that hype for 30 years of Chris Jericho for a letdown show closing angle. That shit was boring, unentertaining.
Other than that, it was a good episode.
No, not the episode.
But,
the end.
You don't understand. It epitomizes the 30 years of Jericho. Because in the 30 years of Jericho, it's not about him anymore. It's about the young guys. It's about the other guys. The other guys look good. Everybody else looked good in this fucking episode. Even if Jericho and Luther took that,
Whoa.
you thought he was gonna go into the main event thinking it was a fucking 5-star match? Absolutely not. He knew the main event was gonna be fucking what it was.
Not even that. Not even that. After the match, okay, the match was shit. We both agree on that. After the match, you thought this shit would have been funny with MJF. You thought something big would have happened. MJF is teasing a big announcement for next week instead of this week. Why wouldn't you say it this week? What is going on here? This shit was not funny. The clown's stupid. The portrait's stupid. Nothing was really funny except the end credits for me. The end credits was funny, but that's just putting a nice little bow on a garbage bag. To me, it wasn't that much. 30 years of Jericho was a forgettable dud. Show of the night. What was your show of the night?
AEW Dynamite.
Okay. I have yet to pick AEW 2 weeks in a row. Now, this is pure coincidence. No matter what the conspiracy theorists say, as NXT rarely has 2 bad shows in a row. That streak ends. AEW is the show of the night for the second week in a row.
It only took 19 weeks.
They had much better matches, despite the catastrophe at the end. And Cody versus Brody is must see.
If anybody's into brutality, because that match was fucking amazing. You can now find me, True Heel Chris G. We changed it up. We switched it up. We're trying to be professional. I swear. I turned a new leaf. This is what we're doing now.
Oh, that's big shit.
No, I said I wasn't going to say it anymore, and I'm not going to say it anymore.
I said it.
I said, yeah, well, I'm not fucking blurring it out. You blurred it out. Joints and Jabronis, new episode just dropped. You guys can check that out on the True Heel Heat channel. Other than that, Wednesday Night Warriors, we're here every week.
Yes, you can find me, the Pride of NY, on Twitter and Instagram. And True Rewind every Monday or Tuesday, where we go over the Monday Night War, WCW Nitro versus WWF Monday Night Raw. And
wait,
also,
can I just say, who do I have to bribe to get on that episode of True Rewind?
Yes, you need to be on soon. There has to be some kind of weed episode coming up or something.
95. Were you guys still in 95?
Yes.
I gotta wait like 120 more episodes.
And also join the Facebook group True Heels, where you can vote on a poll. Maybe I'll put it up this week, even though we both voted AEW. Maybe I'll forget.
Maybe I'll put it up for a change. We'll see what happens.
Thank you for watching the Wednesday Night Warriors. Next week we're gonna have episode number 20, and wow, it's a big episode because it's the anniversary show. Who would have thought it lined up like that? I'm Romeo. This is Chris G. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week on the Wednesday Night Warriors.